Hustlers, Miles here. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great Christmas and New Year and are ready to crush 2020. So in this video, I'm going to be covering what I learned making over $100,000 in revenue in 30 days on Etsy using print on demand. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Hustling Never. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like this video. If you're new here on the channel, welcome. We're all about building successful brands online for more money, more freedom and a better future. So let's dive right in. But before I forget, if you like this content, check out my free 1 hour long masterclass on how to build a 6-figure Etsy store in less than 12 months using print on demand. Links in the description below this video. But anyway, let's get back to the topic of the video. So I've had quite a few people reach out to me recently asking if I could do sort of a progress report, as I haven't done one recently. So I thought I'd film this quick video for you today. So Q4 on Etsy was crazy this year for me, and I know it was crazy for a lot of you as well, as I was getting loads of messages from people who follow the channel, who are doing print on demand, who had like that first $1,000 day on Etsy, people making 50k or more, which was awesome to see. So I'm just going to flip on screen my Etsy dashboard. If you're following the channel, I like to share my results with you because, I feel like if I'm giving advice on a certain topic, you need to show that you're successful. And number two, if you've been following me for the last 2 years, then you know that my results are consistent. I haven't just had one good month. I've been consistently generating a lot of income with Etsy. So as you can see, I made around $118,000 in revenue, and this is by far the biggest month I've ever had on Etsy. Previous to this, I think the biggest month I had was around $70,000. So it's quite a big jump. If you told me 5 years ago that this was even possible, I wouldn't have believed you. I was that classic person that used to read about success stories online, read stories, but I always felt that it would never happen for me. I wasn't good enough. I honestly would have, at the time, would have been happy making an extra $500 to $1,000 a month to pay my bills. So making this kind of money in a month, still feels a bit surreal to me, if I'm being honest. So if you're not in the ideal place you want to be right now in your life, just know that anything can happen. You can turn things around once you start making the right decisions and are willing to put in the work in whatever you decide to do. Anyways, there's a couple of things I wanted to share with you in this quick video. What I've learned, making this kind of money on Etsy and throughout my journey, which I think will help you out. So number one is that this hasn't happened overnight. It's taken consistent effort and focus to get to this level. I've lived and breathed Etsy and print on demand day in and day out for the last 2 years, and in my opinion, you can't just take a casual approach to this if you want to get to this level. You've got to treat this like a real business. You can't just throw up a few products here and there and expect it's going to happen to you. You've always got to think, what can I improve? What can I do differently? What can I do better? And what I found is that every new level you reach comes with newer, bigger problems that you've got to be willing to tackle. Case in point, during December, I was having to answer about 40 to 50 emails a day, putting out fires, making sure people were getting their packages, conversing with my print on demand provider. It became a full-blown customer service role. I even spent some of Christmas Day answering emails. Was it a hassle? Yes. But was it worth it? Absolutely. Number two, you've got to be comfortable with testing, going against the grain and, making this business work for you. You can't just be happy with the first things you do. You kind of got to see yourself as like a mad scientist and be willing to test different things until you find out what works for you. What I've found is that, nothing ever goes right the first time round, and you just got to be comfortable with that. You've got to become okay with that. You're not going to come straight out of the gate and have the perfect product images or the perfect designs, but over time you can perfect that and kind of see what works. Everyone that I've talked to that's had success with Etsy, it's took them multiple attempts to get something right. I've literally ran hundreds of tests, from product images to coupon codes, to figure out what works best for my particular store. So you've got to be willing to test. You know, finally, you know, Etsy is a massive opportunity right now for people that take advantage of it, and you know, being honest, who knows how long this opportunity is going to be around for. You know, things change, so let's all take advantage of this. And if you've been sitting on the fence, you know, what are you waiting for? Let's crush 2020 together. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video. I hope it gave you a bit of motivation, and you know, as I mentioned at the start of the video, if you want to learn the exact steps and processes I took to make my first $100,000 in revenue on Etsy, and I've taken to scale my Etsy store to level it's at, then check out my free 1-hour long masterclass. Links in the description below this video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and you know, please let me know in the comment section how Q4 went for you. You know, I'd love to hear, you know, success stories. You know, it keeps me motivated, it keeps me wanting to put content out for you guys. Anyway, thanks to everyone that supported the channel so far, you know, over the last couple of years, and you know, I've got some great content planned for 2020. Keep hustling, and I'll see you in the next one.